So with what we are expecting to come out from the coroner inquest, and we hope that this will be the last coroner inquest, so that we will go to the proper court for prosecution. We are hoping on that. Really, we are hoping on that. There are certain things that the police cannot hide anymore. It has come to a point where they cannot hide it anymore. There's no way out of it. We know that for a long time, when they engage in some election fraud or whatever it is that they do, they want to use boldface. In fact, the NSTARS, we saw how they use boldface to cover it all up. Now, these things happen everywhere in the world. In one thing or the other, they try to cover up, they institute this committee, the talk keeps on, and at the end of the day, the committee comes with, oh, this is what we have drawn out of whatever it is that we have discussed and questions and answer and whatever. This is what we have concluded upon, and this is what we expect to be acted upon. This is what we want the government to implement. This is what we want in our society. This is what you will find in some of these countries. Now, the implementation of it is the problem. Same on justice for MOHBAD. Why is it that the police refused first to seal off where MOHBAD's house was, MOHBAD's house where the crime occurred? Have you guys looked at it that way? Like, wait, why didn't the police seal off? They said, why didn't you inform us when he passed away first? Why are you coming to us now? Because of that, we are not going to give you whatever. Did the police swing into action? You might want to ask yourself, when people pass away, why is it that the police does not swing into action? Yes, the police might, of course, they will not know that someone passed away here, there, and all of that until the public or family members invite them in, isn't it? So, Mohbad's father invited them in. Why didn't they act? He said a call got in and I was kicked out after 3 hours. After waiting for 3 hours, I was kicked away. They told me to go. Obviously, Mohbad's so-called mother-in-law had done that job. Now, DNA, let us file it on one side. Now, let's talk about forensic. Why was that not done on mobile phones? You might ask. Well, police asked for mobile phones. Yes. And if you think the police asked for mobile phones and they got it all, they did not. I'm sure we've talked about it at length, that there is a mobile phone that Wunmi later went to steal from Mohbad's mother's house. What does that mean? It means that that mobile phone was hidden in Mohbad's mother's house and she's aware of it. Why did she accept? Is she so stupid, so dumb, not to know that mobile phones have been hacked? Maybe they told her, no, don't let them take this because this phone contains some information on how we are going to get money. Is that why she kept it? And later, she got to know that it contained information that will put Wunmi in prison. Ladies and gentlemen, you're about to hear what you have never heard before. This is deep. Pay attention to it from the beginning to the end. Do not forget to like and share. Don't forget to tap on the subscribe button. Let's get right into it.
So, whatever the case may be, if they can allow the family through our own private investigator to go and do that job for the coroner inquest, because coroner, which is probably part of the problem the police are facing them. So, at this instance, if they should not go there, they be phone or approve lagaba ini amario to only all koshe your art or mobile network. Toba wo titi won, toba yo titodo ti won, toba te kon lagbara, boya ka let's assume pe one of the suspects, key suspects, onlo MTN. Kon wa lagbara be kon ni kon lo yo with MTN. Ejo se o ma ni kon lo yo titi reverse any so the phone yen. Ta fe lo je. So, ibi toba ti bere, wa mu bi kan sha ni o le ri gbogbo e yo. Elekeji CCTV here, since family Mohbad is sure there was CCTV in the house and the DVR was removed. And it to install here, Oshimani back end. You understand? Toba confirm from Corona inquest, there was DVR in that and TT until time. Koto di power bonyo, only backup on me to show kini e record. So failure to remove ẹni tó jẹ́ olórí ilé lẹ́yìn Mohbad ló máa account fún pé ta ló yọ. Tó o bá ti lè provide, you will be charged for some certain serious charges. Lápapẹ̀ obstruction of police investigation and tampering with police evidence. Àwọn yẹn carry many years lẹ́wọ̀n. So charges kan máa kún charges kó tó di pa débi tá ń lọ. So gbogbo àwọn tó bá wà ní case yẹn tó wà nulẹ̀ yẹn.
But you're right, CK. No court would order a full forensic of the witness, not a suspect. So that is where there's an issue. And that's
which court will know what?
Would order a full forensic of a witness.
That is what I'm saying, that present as a witness in it is fact finding. And this is coroner inquest. So at the end of the day, if in getting the fact, it is the coroner inquest that is finding. Emma Tonayo, Toba Gekpe, it is a trial court. If it is a trial court, okay, this person came as a witness and is subject here to investigation. I do understand. But if you make an application before the judge and you cite your reason why this person is a suspect.
Why they need to carry out such on all of them.
Oh, shall I present a witness in it? In that or she tell her. Am I worried? But fact finding corona chasing, corona question. They all shape MOHBAD in the column I should test the lorry, a facts, it's not very facts, lorry. If they know that there is a bank account somewhere, they have the right to order the bank to release for them to check. So, because until one share, the NCC and the company is ultimately signed by the Nigerian Communication Commission that except on serious litigation, that is the only time you can have access to that information. So they are not breaching your privacy, is because it is for the course of investigation. But if they want to do their fact finding, CBT job at investigation or the tobo.
That's right.
They would touch on anything. There is no sacred part, no sacred anywhere. They can give orders to say, go to heaven, go and get position any alone. Expecting that from all indication there is argument of paternity fraud, and to cover your tracks and your shame, you killed my son in the process. I want to know if he says no, I didn't kill your son. Okay, if you know you didn't kill him and that was why you killed him, let us know whether that child belongs to my son. So if they look at it and say no, I cannot do DNA, the judge will ask, why don't you want to do it? Shebi, is this his son? Is his grandson, Abi? And proof, he said he is unsure that is why you killed his son. If there was no basis for argument on anything or criminal investigation, Baba cannot just walk up to her and say, I don't think my son, this boy is my son, oh, come and do it. He said, why? I just don't think. There's nothing I just think. But because you killed, he is legitimately aggrieved. They took the life of his son, his hope, his everything. And he felt that the reason why you likely killed my son is because he knew that he is not the father of the boy.
Buy my son.
Oh, you buy my son. I don't know. Boy, be kini lo gbojare. Ewo TikTok. You boy ibo.
Mr. Yomi. Kashanu ye kudi o. Bossman. Mr. Yomi.
Ibi ten lọ ó ti nǹkan ten sọ láti sọ pé privacy takes a back seat when it comes to certain cases like homicide and when you're trying to fact find. Even ibi tẹ wá yẹn tó bá tẹ́nìkan bá wà vulnerable tó bá pé ó fẹ́ for instance ó fẹ́ ṣe ra ẹ̀ léṣe ṣe mọ̀ pé ọlọ́pàá ní right láti pe service provider ẹni yẹn cell phone tó gbé sápò wọ́n máa tap ẹ̀ wọ́n máa mọ precise location wọ́n á dẹ̀ sọ fún ọlọ́pàá tó ń lọ síbẹ̀ pé the person is 200 meters from Kensington off of this off of that wọ́n ṣe sọ pé privacy.
What you override it?
What you privacy? You cannot be claiming. That's why they are doing their best to hide certain phones, not hide certain phones. They know what they are doing.
There are some cases, if it is coming up, it override your right, some certain rights.
Mr. Yomi.
The will I call it slogan? No, it's not a slogan. When they use the word, may Nigeria never happen to us. MOHBAD clearly made that statement very prominent. In Nigeria.
You are sleeping in the inside. You are sleeping inside, though. You are fighting that sleep, eh? I mean, I tell you.
Good evening, like, everyone. Boss man.
Forgive me.
The skin, and that was why there is a fresh blood. Nígbà tó zoom body because ìgbà tó ti kó ẹrùn rẹ̀ ẹ̀jẹ̀ yẹn láti bọ́ síta ó rí bí gbà jáde. So MOHBAD must have been injured from back head to the neck.
That's such a bad
corona inquest. He said that when they exhumed the body of MOHBAD, that what they saw there was that it was not blood, it was mud drenched with water.
This shows now that we should not believe whatever, and this is why
they are bamboozling us.
Exactly, and this is
to just use the corona inquest to present us garbage, but because the leading judge is not aware of any conspiracy. She has integrity. She's been doing her job, hoping that the truth will come out. But they thought that in that moment this stage come, táwọn bá ti gbé inconclusive wá, tí gbogbo wọn kò wá rojọ́ mẹ́, tí wọ́n rojọ́ tẹ́lẹ̀ ń takora wọn tó rí pé division ti wà. Then to corroborate the inconclusive, a kò rí pé wọ́n lọ bá judge, wọ́n lọ sọ pé báyìí ni kò sọ pé inconclusive yẹn kò jẹ́ kó mọ ibi tó ń lọ, so that just that police should continue investigating. Ibẹ̀ ló máa kú sí.
When you go to my my profile, you're gonna see her in the library. I mean, in the what they call it, where they do the experiments.
Yeah.
Library.
Thank you. And they're in group. Those group, they are Chinese group, and they're from Bangladesh, and they're not in America. She's the only one American girl. Those group, they came from another country, and they travel all together to do sciences or something like that, research. She told me from day one. She said it from day one. She said, "Mommy, look at it. See the blood clots. The day they put this guy down, the blood continued to dripping little. That's why it dark. And it's a blood clot in the side, very thick one.
Cut off his shirt,
very thick one. She said it. So, Nigerian government, àti láwọn ọmọ lóríṣiríṣi níbí báyìí. Ìtọ́ wà nù àmì tó jẹ́ pé yes, don't go front. I have a daughter too, 18 years, she now is 21. She's in Savannah. I used to go to base in Savannah. When I got to Savannah, I see a lot of Nigerian girls, boys. You would tell by last name. They can bear English name, but you will see them by last name.
Thank you, ma. Preach.
Nigerian last name. My daughter, she's English name, but her name is a last name. You can tell she's from Nigeria. Yes. You will know that she's from Nigeria. A lot of Nigerian boys and girls, young, 18, 20, 21. I can't believe my face. I can't believe. We have a lot of children here. Medical field, they're there. Army, you will see them. Air Force, you will see them. Pilots, you will see them. I can't believe it. So Nigeria, please. Tó bá rò pé àwọn ìyá wọn mọ nǹkan kan láwọn ọmọ tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n máa gbé jókòó, wọ́n máa sọ fún wa bó ṣe jẹ́.
Mọ́mí Láìtàn, àwọn tí ó kàwé lọ́mọ máa sọ fún wa pé were you there? Favorite slang Nigeria nìyẹn.
Wọ́n á gbé kalẹ̀ bó ṣe jẹ́. Ọmọ mi gbé lọ fáwọn colleagues ẹ̀. Wọ́n jọ fẹ́ lójú. Wọ́n wò dáadáa, wọ́n sọ bó ṣe jẹ́. Nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí bọ̀bọ̀ yìí. Gbogbo ẹ̀ láti bí ọrùn sí orí ni.
àní gbogbo yẹn wọ́n ti stage.
Nigerian government sọ fún wa pé wọ́n ń ṣe clay, wọ́n build the clay, wọ́n ń ṣe kòkò. That means pé omi àti mud ló ń sọ fún àwa sàkámà jẹ.
Sorry, Mr. Yomi, please 1 second, please. Just a second. I'm going to be very quick.
Okay, please get Titus Taylor talk, please, because it's just been
I'm going to be very, very quick. Yeah, so...
Titus Taylor, okay.
Hello. So based on everything we've heard, we've established so many things. The head injury, and I want to say, that nurse did not treat MOHBAD alive. We have established from now, or since the beginning till now, that, this MOHBAD passed on Monday, not Tuesday. So if that is true, then that hospital needs to be checked. Because the hospital will not tell me they did not notice anything like this on the body. Was it on their report? If it was on their report, how come it wasn't on the police report? Because the police interrogated them. Also, the guy that sold the coffin to them.
You were going to continue. That's why I want to lay emphasis. Bossman, you need to tell the legal team. Sorry, Titus, you're going to continue there. Someone came on this platform, I think it's Mr. Diman. He said it clearly. He said, everybody have been talking. We are not concentrating on something, or we are probably overlooking it. That the pastor, Wumi got a report from the hospital, even though she brought her husband into the hospital dead upon arrival. But there must be a report. And in that report, it will give guidelines. They at least must write, brought in dead, but this was what they treated to try to resuscitate him or something. The report will at least say something. Could that be the reason why Wumi did not hand over that report to Baba Mo?
Welcome back. It is true, and it will remain true, that the police, they say they instituted 18 or is it 16 specialist police officers to investigate on justice for MOHBAD. But we all know, and it is glaring, that those set of police officers sent, they never went there to investigate. They detected nothing, and even if they did, they kept it to themselves. At the beginning, it is also glaring and true that Wumi, having been on the street and also with a mother that is a criminal, a police corrupt one, they already had time in their favor. Now, that is not also a problem if truly police are willing, ready to do the needful. That is why we have issues on which day, what time did MOHBAD pass away. So Wumi had a lot of time on her hands. At the end of the day, after she had called her mom, obviously, they had discussed on what needs to be done. Her mom had sent in people that she knows can handle, people that were probably with her in our police criminal force, to do what they need to do, to wipe evidence away and touch on what needs to be touched upon. They never expected that Mohbad's father was going to take them all to the police station. But when he did, immediately Wumi called mother again. Mom, they are right there at Lekki. Who is there? Okay, I know who is there. They called who they needed to call. It took a while. He said he was there for 3 hours. So it took that number of hours for Mohbad's so-called mother-in-law to contact who needs to be contacted, to contact who needs to be contacted. You know, it was in the night. So they had to wake and wake and wake and wake and wake round until they could get someone that can call the guy in Lekki, the police in Lekki. He quickly came in, swung into action, he kicked them out. That's what happened. He kicked them out. Like, you guys go. What has the Police Service Commission done to that person? We've not heard anything. Okay. The so-called 16 specialist team sent. It is true that they went. It is also true that they did not investigate nothing. If they did, they hid it. What we saw them do is called interview. They only interview. They did not interrogate. There's a difference between interrogation and interview. What they did is to interview. They asked few questions, they got answers, they didn't compare notes together. Once they did that, they came on TV, called a press conference, and they started uttering trash. If you look at the body language of the police, if you listen to what he's saying, the context, content, everything is upside down. You will know that this guy is not normal. But this is what these guys do. They are professionals in that. They've been practicing it for a long time. He came out and said, no, it's not true. He bled profusely. If it is true, where are the evidence of it? And moreover, how come what Wunmi said does not tally? Who is saying the truth? Who is lying? And since Wunmi is not a suspect, but the witness, how come the witness is not witnessing nothing? She said she's not there. She didn't say nothing. That is the position they kept her. So because of that, they could not confiscate her own phone. What they took was maybe one or two few phones of MOHBAD, one Android phone, the iPhone kept. Wunmi has erased what is in the iPhone, deleted what needs to be deleted, possibly removed the SIM card. Yes. But that does not mean it cannot be retrieved. But it cannot be retrieved by citizens. Only government agency or agencies can retrieve. Only government agency can retrieve. Only government agency can retrieve. Only government agency. And there is also a problem with these companies that sell phones. They are very powerful. They don't want to demarket themselves. At times, they will not release footage stored in iCLOUD, deleted from your mobile phone, if they know it is attached to a crime. So what does it mean? They have to sit back and think about their marketing. Will it stop people from buying our mobile phone? Is it going to stop people from purchasing our mobile phone because we will give government info? They say data protection. We will give government whatever. So they have to think of that too. Their own interest. You see how this world is. When you look at justice for MOHBAD, family members, friends, everyone is thinking of their own interests. So what does that tell you in this life? Make sure you do not RIP. Because if you do, anything goes. Anything can happen to you. You might not even get the justice the way you want. You might not be able to get it how you want it. But we are hopeful, we are thinking that they will press further on this. It's so unfortunate. So unfortunate. So unfortunate. I don't know who to blame on this, but I'm sure you must have learned one or two things from it. I'm sure. Who do we blame? Who do we blame on this? Are we going to blame MOHBAD that he acted like a simp? Are we going to blame MOHBAD that he didn't respect his father's words enough or take it as gold enough? Are we going to blame MOHBAD because he sat with the enemy, kept drinking with the enemy? Are we going to blame MOHBAD that he could not separate troublemakers from money makers? Are we going to blame MOHBAD that he was with a woman, gave his bank account, everything? Are we going to blame him? Because we don't even know of what spirit that they used to corner his own spirit, to listen to them. I mean, Wunmi and her mother. We don't know. We don't know.